I'm ready to assemble the front brake. The brake cylinders in good shape, they don't leak. And I bought new brake pads. And actually, the original brake pads and the rotor, they're in good shape. They look brand new. However, I already bought a new brake pad when I bought everything for the rear end. And they were cheap. These brake pads, they were cheap. I believe I paid about $34, $35 on eBay. This rotor in good shape. It doesn't have wear on it. The surface is flat at both ends. However, it has a lot of surface rust. What I'm going to do, I'm going to grind it just to clean the rust using this flap disc. The arbor is under the surface of the flap disc. So when I grind it, this surface is going to be flat. And the brake will work better this way. And these new brake pad, they will not pick the rust on the rotor. I done this in the past on damaged rotor where the pads wear out and they dug grooves in the rotor and the rotor still have some life in it. You don't have to take it off and machine it on a lathe or anything. You could use same principle. Just do a light cut. That's if you want to get little bit life out of it. It's better to replace it. However, in this case, this is still in good shape. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run the grinder and clean them up. I'll bring the camera and show you how these rotors look so you get good idea from the before and after. As you see, the rotor surface are in good shape. There's no shoulder over here. For this to work perfectly, you need to make sure the rotor will spin freely. If you have a front drive shaft, you need to make sure you put the vehicle on a neutral and pick both wheels. So when you grind it, the friction from the grinding disc will spin this and you will get a flat and smooth surface. So make sure the rotor will spin like this. And now I'm ready to do the other side. Yeah, it's perfect. It's very flat right now, and this seat all the way. And this bolt over here will keep this clip in place, and that's what keep this attached to this part over here. Make sure when you apply grease, don't put too much and don't put on this surface or on the brake pads. This side is done. I'm going to do the other side. Bend these tabs a little bit to the outside so they will stay in place. There is cut over here, and we're supposed to put the first one, the one that go against the pistons. We put it through this slot and then we slide it in. I need to push this piston in to be able to insert the new brake pads on the rotor. I'm not going to pry on these new pads, so I'm going to use the old one just for a moment. You could pry on them, use something like this, insert both of them, or you could use a C-clamp. Make sure to wipe any grease, and if there is any gut on this surface, make sure you clean it and spray it with a brake party cleaner and dry it real good before you install your wheel. The only thing left, I need to bleed all 4 wheels, the brake cylinders, and I need to bleed the hydraulic cylinder for the parking brake for the rear wheels. And I'll have brand new brakes on all 4 wheels minus the O-ring for the cylinder on the front, but they don't leak. So in the future, if they leak, I'll post a video about replacing those.